In a land hidden beyond the silver mountains, there lived a gentle fairy named Alara. She had wings like petals of spring flowers and a heart full of kindness. Alara spent her days helping the forest creatures, healing songs. But not far from Alara's forest, deep within a twisted, thorny wood, lived a bitter old witch named Morva. Her hut was made of blackened stone, and her heart was filled with envy. Years ago, Morva had once been a fairy herself, but her desire for power turned her magic dark. She could not bear to see Alara happy and loved by all. One day, Morva brewed a powerful spell. "If I can take Alara's light," she hissed, "the forest will no longer sing, and I shall be the most powerful of all." She created an enchanted rose that shimmered with beauty, yet held a curse. Anyone who touched it would slowly lose their magic. Morva disguised herself as a traveler and left the rose in the heart of the fairy glade, knowing Alara's curious and kind nature would draw her to it. As expected, Alara found the glowing rose during her morning flight. She gently picked it up, and at once she felt a chill. Her wings lost their glow, and her magic dimmed. The birds stopped singing, and the forest grew quiet. Word spread quickly that Alara was falling ill. The animals wept, and the trees drooped with sorrow. The once joyful forest became still. But Alara, even in her weakness, didn't lose hope. "Magic may fade," she whispered, "but kindness never does." One night, as the moonlight bathed the glade, a tiny squirrel brought Alara a message. A wise owl had discovered the truth that the rose was cursed by Morva. Summoning her last bit of strength, Alara flew to the witch's hut. "Morva," she said gently, "I know what you've done, but I am not here to punish you. I'm here to ask why." Morva, shocked by her words, burst into tears. "Because I was lonely," she admitted. "Everyone forgot me. I thought power would fill the emptiness." Alara reached out her fading hand. "You don't need to steal magic to be loved. You just need to share your heart again." Morva hesitated, then took her hand. As their fingers touched, a warm light grew between them. The curse broke, and Alara's wings shone once more. But something more amazing happened. Morva's heart began to heal. Her dark robes faded, her gnarled hands softened, and her magic glowed with gentle light once again. From that day, Alara and Morva worked together to protect the forest. The fairy glade bloomed with flowers that never wilted, and even the thorns in Morva's woods turned into vines of gold. And so, the tale of the fairy and the witch became a legend, a reminder that even the darkest heart can bloom with kindness and love.
This was supposed to be one of those meaningful stories. Something about winners, losers, and inspiring wisdom. The ad guys also told us that successful people interested in capital respond well to images of horses and a wise-sounding voice. But people who really understand capital don't waste time horsing around. So, just go to Capital.com.
Calling all migrant workers in the Emirates. Unlock new income opportunities with Olim Trade. Start small with just 40 dirhams. Learn trading for free and withdraw with zero fees. Build a brighter future for your family back home with Olim Trade. Download now. Olim Trade. Care that counts.
Sunlight falling over the village. Nestled peacefully among rolling hills, Amara walks through the village square, her expression thoughtful as she watches other children play. She lingers on the edge of the group, a quiet observer of the joyful games. The peaceful atmosphere of the village contrasts with the hidden longing in Amara's gaze. Sunlight bathes the cozy cottage, illuminating shelves full of books and flowers. Amara gently assists her grandmother in tending to their indoor garden. The cottage exudes warmth and tranquility, yet a sense of solitude lingers in the air. Amara smiles politely, but her eyes reveal a distant, faraway gaze. Lost in thought, Amara's mind wanders to another place. Deep in her thoughts, she reached the cottage attic. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, illuminating forgotten relics. Amara, with eyes full of youthful wonder, treads softly through the silent space. Her foot catches, sending her stumbling. Her hand grasping at the unknown. She kneels, pulling away the faded fabric, revealing a treasure from another time. A beautiful old dollhouse emerges from beneath the dust, its intricate details hinting at stories untold. Amara sits back, her eyes wide with fascination as she gazes upon the dollhouse. In the quiet of her room, she delicately sets a dollhouse on a small table. The dollhouse, a miniature world of wooden doors and crystal windows, captures her imagination. Amara whispers, her voice filled with longing. I wish I could go inside and see what it is like to live in there. Her eyes reflect a dream of stepping into the tiny, perfect life within. At night, the dollhouse glows with an otherworldly light, casting long shadows across Amara's room. Amara dozed off peacefully, unaware of the magic about to unfold. A surge of magic shrinks Amara, reducing her to the size of a doll. Her eyes snap open, wide with disbelief, as she finds herself tiny. Amara stands before the dollhouse, now a towering structure in her newly diminutive world. The dollhouse door creaks open, a silent welcome to Amara. Inside, the dollhouse pulses with light and music, beckoning Amara into its embrace. Tiny teacups fill with steaming cocoa, their warmth promising comfort. Amara settles onto the plush velvet couch, welcomed by its gentle bounce. Amara steps into the dollhouse kitchen, her eyes wide with curiosity. The sweet scent of baking cookies fills the tiny kitchen, a comforting aroma. Fresh cookies baked by themselves on a miniature stove. The rich aroma fills the air, creating a sense of warmth and comfort. Amara's fingers twitch, inching closer to the warm cookies. She touches the miniature stove, a spark of wonder in her eyes. She enters the dollhouse library, where books float in a mesmerizing dance. She steps further into the room, drawn by the silent beckoning of countless stories. A gentle touch as her fingers graze the spine of a leather-bound volume. Her eyes widen, reflecting the magical dance of the books around her. The library is filled with floating books, each one a portal to another world. She is surrounded by the silent, swirling tales of the dollhouse library. Amara stands before the dollhouse garden, her eyes widening as she beholds the explosion of colors. The tiny flowers seem to pulse with life, each petal a brushstroke of rainbow hues. She marvels at the delicate details, lost in the miniature world's vibrant beauty. The garden's charm fills Amara with a sense of wonder, her imagination ignited by its enchanting allure. Sunlight floods the dollhouse, illuminating the stillness as Amara steps into the miniature living room. A voice echoes, breaking the silence. "Welcome, Amara." Amara, startled, whirls around, her eyes searching. "Who said that?" A gentle voice responds, revealing the house's guardian. "I'm the guardian of this house. I am Leora. You awakened its magic by wishing with a pure heart." Amara's voice echoes in the tiny room. "Can I stay here forever?" Leora's gentle words fill the space. The house shows its wonders to kind souls, but it is meant to guide, not to keep. Leora continues, her voice soft, yet firm. Each visitor learns something special. Her voice cuts through the silence. "You care deeply for others, but you sometimes feel lonely, don't you?" With heartfelt sincerity, she begins to gesture around the room. "The magic of the house isn't only in these walls," Leora says, her voice soft. "It lives in love, kindness, and the moments we share." Her eyes gleam as she insists, "You have that magic inside you." In the dimness of her room, Amara is captivated by the dollhouse's otherworldly glow. A strange sensation envelops Amara as she feels herself growing, reaching towards the distant ceiling. The dollhouse shrinks, its ethereal shimmer fading as it returns to its normal form. Amara blinks, the strange feeling receding as she returns to her normal state. Amara bursts into the cottage kitchen, her energy filling the cozy space. Her grandmother stands at the stove, a gentle hum escaping her lips as she busies herself with breakfast preparations. Amara's voice rings out with youthful enthusiasm. "Grandma, can we invite some children from the village over to play today?" Grandmother pauses from her cooking, her expression thoughtful as she considers Amara's request. The aroma of breakfast fills the air, a comforting scent mingling with the promise of a day filled with laughter and play. In the heart of the vibrant cottage garden, Amara stands encircled by a chorus of joyous village children. Their laughter dances through the air, weaving tales of friendship and innocent games. Amid the joyful chaos, Amara's gaze softly drifts towards the dollhouse, a silent guardian of forgotten dreams. A knowing smile graces Amara's lips, a secret pact with the past revive in her heart. The enchantment lives on in my heart, a whisper of magic that exceeds time and space. The cottage garden breathes with renewed life, its flowers blooming in harmony with the stories shared and the memories cherished.
هو جزء من ثقافتنا وقصيدنا.
هي بتلقى سلامك الداخلي. تكتشف نفسك من جديد.
One of the most challenging things I face as a mom is to add enough protein into my child's diet, especially with the fussy eating and dietary restrictions. That's why I was curious about Nutrimix 2 Plus. It's plant-based and has 6 grams of protein. What I love is that it has zero refined sugars, no preservatives, just clean and wholesome nutrition. With more than 24 essential vitamins and minerals, it is designed to support kids' growth, brain development, and energy. If you're like me and want a protein source that is easy, natural, and plant-based, Nutrimix 2 Plus may just be the answer.
In a forgotten corner of the enchanted forest, where even the sunlight tiptoed quietly through the trees, lived an old witch named Morla. She was known for her dark potions, her stormy cloak, and the wild wind that followed her wherever she went. Villagers feared her, for they believed she turned children into frogs and cursed crops with a whisper. But what they didn't know that Morla was not truly wicked. Long ago, she had been kind and full of laughter until her heart was broken by betrayal. Since then, she chose to live alone, far from anyone who could hurt her again. Not far from her crooked cottage, hidden behind a waterfall, lived a gentle fairy named Leora. She was young, with wings like shimmering petals and a heart as warm as spring sunlight. Leora had heard whispers about the scary old witch, but fairies believe in looking for the good in every soul. One day, while flying through the forest, Leora saw a crow with a broken wing struggling near Morla's cottage. The witch, standing nearby, scowled at the bird and muttered, "Why do they always find me?" To Leora's surprise, Morla carefully picked up the crow and took it inside. Curious, Leora hovered near the window. She watched as Morla mended the wing with a golden herb and whispered a soft healing spell. Leora smiled. "So the stories are wrong," she whispered to herself. That night, Leora crept into Morla's garden and left a small crystal flower on the windowsill as thanks for her kindness. Morla found it the next morning and was puzzled. She hadn't seen a flower like that in 100 years. Each day after that, Leora left something small and magical: a glowing acorn, a humming mushroom, a bottle of dew that sang. Slowly, the witch's garden began to bloom again. Curious, Morla set a trap one night to catch the mysterious visitor. Leora fell right into it, caught in a net of moonlight and vines. Morla approached, her eyes cold. "Who are you?" she asked. "I'm Leora," the fairy said softly. "I only wanted to thank you." "For what?" "For being kind to the crow," Leora replied, smiling even as the vines tightened. "I knew there was goodness in you." Morla blinked. No one had said that to her in decades. With a sigh, she released Leora. "You're a strange little thing." From that night on, something changed. Morla and Leora began meeting at twilight, sharing stories, seeds, and laughter. The old garden turned vibrant once more, full of fairy dust and witches' magic. Birds returned, and the air felt lighter. The villagers noticed that their crops grew better, and strange illnesses vanished. They still feared the forest, but they whispered of a strange magic that now felt gentle. And so, a witch who had forgotten how to love, and a fairy who believed in second chances, became friends, and together, they healed not just each other, but the land around them.
At first, we wanted someone famous in this chair. A Hollywood actor or an international sports sensation. They would tell you how Capital.com brings you a world-class trading platform. But people who understand Capital trust facts more than just a pretty face. So, instead of watching a celebrity getting paid millions to sit and talk for 30 seconds, go to Capital.com for something a little more exciting.
Real estate investing is synonymous with passive income. Easy, right? Wrong. If you're still trying to do it the old-fashioned way. Introducing Sync, a new and easy way to unlock passive rental income without hustling to dig up the best deals, scrambling for substantial down payments, and dealing with property management headaches. With Sync, stake, you can easily invest in Dubai's most attractive neighborhoods and receive monthly passive rental income. It's as easy as shopping online. Join thousands of investors and start unlocking passive income today.
Welcome to Whispered Tales, where reality meets with magic. Once upon a time, there was a floating kingdom suspended between dreams and reality, called Lumoria. Their clouds blush pink with the first light, mirroring the warm beauty below. Fireflies dance like scattered stars, their gentle glow weaving through the serene landscape. The kingdom hangs suspended, a sign of magic and wonder, awaiting the dawn. As the sun ascends, Lumoria prepares to greet a new day, its beauty untouched and timeless. There lived a young and gifted fairy named Leora Moonstitch. She wasn't just any fairy, she was the kingdom's most enchanting fashion designer. Each dress in Leora's boutique is a shimmering design of enchanting fashion. Leora's world, where nature and shimmering fashion intertwine, creating a warm glow. Starlight Threads Boutique floats serenely on a lily pad. The boutique's gentle sway on the water adds a touch of magic. The dresses seem to dance in the windows, inviting all to experience Leora's unique vision. Leora used to sit serenely at her design table, enveloped by a gentle glow of natural light. Shimmering fabrics flow around her, resembling captured starlight. Spools of shimmery threads gleam like distant galaxies, each strand a universe of color. Her fingers dance with practiced grace, perfectly stitching a dress of sunbeam silk. She delicately adds raindrop pearls, each one scattering light in a celestial display. Finally, she sprinkles butterfly wing dust, adding an otherworldly glow. In Lumoria, fairies flutter through the kingdom and showcasing Leora's beautifully glowing designs. A fairy in a gown dances, the fabric flowing, a sign of the magic woven into every thread of Leora's creation. Another fairy, wrapped in a scarf, remains untouched by the chilly breeze, shielded by Leora's enchantment. The kingdom thrives with the enchanted designs Leora has brought to Lumoria. One day, when sunlight bathes Queen Seraphina's palace in a golden glow, illuminating the royal figure of Queen Seraphina Starbloom as she addresses her court, she announced, "And for this year's festival, I have a special request." She turns her gaze towards Leora, singling her out with a request. "Leora, your talent has not gone unnoticed. I would be honored if you would design my gown for the Festival of Eternal Blossoms." Leora, stammering slightly, responds with a mix of awe and panic. "Your Majesty, it would be an honor, a truly great one. I am just nervous about such a grand task." Leora arrives at the Silver Willow Grove, where ancient willows whisper secrets in the breeze. Moonbeams dance through the willow branches, casting an ethereal glow upon the enchanted ground. With graceful movements, Leora carefully gathers the shimmering moonbeam lace. Each delicate piece shimmers like captured starlight, a sign of Leora's dedication. She navigates the mystical grove exactly, her cleverness shining as bright as the moonbeams. Leora steps cautiously into the Aurora Caves, a realm of breathtaking beauty and veiled danger. The cavern unfolds as a mesmerizing network of crystal formations, glowing with beautiful light. She carefully gathers crystal thread, a luminous material humming with magical energy. The dual nature of Lumoria comes alive, a place where extraordinary beauty conceals hidden perils. Sky Lake glistens under the sun as Leora's gentle warmth fills the air, with a soft lullaby. Across the water, the SEA sprite's faint, beautiful song responds to Leora's melody. A shimmering strand of wave silk, revived with the colors of the ocean, drifts dreamily toward Leora. She collected the silk, and her mystical abilities connects with the magical beings of the lake. In her enchanted boutique, surrounded by shimmering fabrics and scattered beads, Leora is absorbed in her craft. Her brow furrows with intense concentration as her fingers dance with moonbeam lace, crystal thread, and wave silk. Each stitch is a sign of her dedication, shaping Queen Seraphina's gown with details. The air crackles with creative energy, hinting at the extraordinary design about to unfold. Valen, a mischievous wind sprite, bursts into Lumoria, his presence a whirlwind of untamed energy. His playful chaos unfolds, scattering Leora's fabrics across the heavens, turning order into confusing untidiness. The skies transform into a vibrant, chaotic mess, colors colliding in a dance of unpredictable beauty. The kingdom is wrapped in a swirling embrace of scattered textiles, a sign of Valen's annoying touch. Her boutique
جهز جدولك. فعاليات ابو ظبي ما توقف هالموسم، كل يوم شيء جديد. ليلة تعيش فيها أروع الحفلات، حماس مع ترافيس سكوت وغنى مع لينكن بارك، واللي بعدها بطولة رياضية عالمية نتكلم عنها سنين. من لحظات الفوز اللي تهز المدرجات للمهرجانات الدولية اللي ما تقولها لا، ومن هدير المحركات وسط الكثبان الرملية للاحتفاء بثقافتنا في جميع أنحاء أبو ظبي. تشوف السماء تتوهج والعالم يصير أجمل. هالموسم فعاليات أبو ظبي ما توقف وبتصير أقوى. نترياك في أبو ظبي.
Build a brighter future for your family back home with Olim Trade. Start small with just 40 dirhams and withdraw with zero fees. Unlock new income opportunities with Olim Trade. Download now. Olim Trade.
Her boutique turned into a mess. She was standing in between the chaos, her shoulders slumped. Everything was wasted and giving the sense of loss. Her gaze sweeps over a half-finished dress form. She sighed, sign of her impossible deadline. Inside starlight threads, fairy lights cast a magical glow, illuminating delicate fabrics and antique sewing machines. Leora's fingers delicately trace the patterns on shimmering silk as the air fills with lavender and old paper. The most magical threads are the ones spun from kindness and courage. Her eyes snap open, a decision made. I have to ask for help. The soft glow of the fairy lights dances across her face as she makes her decision. Beneath the twin moons, Lumoria shines, its glowing beauty unveiled. Leora, with her radiant purple hair, stands as a sign of hope in the tranquil night. Her voice rings out, clear and commanding, as she raises her hands to the heavens. Glowing pollen dances on the gentle breezes, carrying whispers to her fairy allies. Petals, softly glowing, descend through the boutique, guided by flower fairies. Light fairies scatter silver dust, fragments of moonlight across the room. Shadow fairies bring whispers of the morning breeze, adding mystery to the air. An enchanted show of fairy talents weaves together, creating a magical ambiance. The boutique is bathed in a beautiful light, a haven of enchantment. Each fairy contributes to the delicate balance of light and shadow, beauty and mystery. The boutique glows with magic as fairies begin their enchanting work. Tiny sparks of color dance around a gown, each fairy adding their unique magic to the fabric. Giggles echo through the boutique as the fairies stitch and share stories. A relaxing sense of unity fills the air as the fairies collaborate on their magical creation. The fairies combined magic, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Dawn breaks over Starlight Thread's boutique, casting a soft glow upon a gown of ethereal beauty. The gown shimmers, a symphony of colors dancing in the light, a sign of the fairies' magic. Blossoms adorn the gown, eternally fresh, whispering tales of everlasting enchantment. A living masterpiece, the gown embodies the love and dedication poured into its creation. The boutique holds its breath, revealing the breathtaking result of a collective dream. Queen Seraphina's presence fills the palace with awe. A collective gasp sweeps through the palace as all eyes fixate on her. Outside the palace, Lumoria awakens in a riot of floral color. 100 butterflies ascend, their wings painting the sky. The gown is a sign of hope and magic. Lumoria bursts into life, hosting the magnificent festival of eternal blossoms. Laughter and enchanting melodies fill the air as fairies gather from every corner of the realm. The kingdom turns into vibrant colors, showcasing the fairy world's perfect harmony. Each blossom and fluttering wing contributes to the symphony of celebration, a true sign of eternal joy. Leora watches the vibrant festival outside her boutique, a gentle smile playing on her lips. The boutique glows with warmth, each light carefully placed to highlight the exquisite fabrics. Leora stands feeling proud, contemplating the legacy she is building, one stitch at a time. In Lumoria, fairies drift ethereally, each a vision in Leora's designs. They carry tokens, symbols of the love and magic woven into Leora's creations. Each seam of Leora's design seems sewn with collaborative magic. The fairies, radiant in their purpose, demonstrate the essence of collaboration. Their harmonious dance illustrates that true magic blossoms through collaboration. Leora approaches a weathered marker, the cool stone welcoming her gentle touch. A faint smile graces Leora's lips.
Free, easy returns. With the Amazon app, head to your orders, hit return items, and Amazon will take care of the rest. Convenient. Download the app now.
ট্যাপট্যাপ সেন্ড দিচ্ছে অবিশ্বাস্য রেট। প্রিয়জনের প্রয়োজনে নিশ্চিন্তে নিরাপদে নিমিষে কোনো রকম ফি ছাড়াই আমেরিকা, কানাডা, ইউরোপ, অস্ট্রেলিয়া, ইউকে এবং আরব আমিরাত থেকে দেশে টাকা পাঠান ট্যাপট্যাপ সেন্ডে।
Lips, a silent connection to the past. Whispering to the silent stones, Leora expresses her gratitude. Thank you, grandmother. Your words still guide me. Her voice blends with the rustling leaves, feeling her grandmother's presence. I feel them in the rustle of these leaves. In the heart of Lemuria itself, the wind carries echoes of forgotten tales, enveloping Leora in a comforting embrace. Sunlight streams through the crystalline wonders of Aurora Caves, where a soft, ethereal glow illuminates the enchanted space. Young fairies, their wings shimmering with shining hues, flutter through the air, filling the caves with excited whispers. Inspired by Leora's courage, the fairies carefully gather strands of crystal thread, their small hands moving with nimble precision. The cave echoes with the sound of their laughter and the gentle tinkling of crystals, a symphony of youthful exuberance. The glow of the crystals intensifies, reflecting the fairies' collective joy and the enduring legacy of Leora's bravery. Sunlight paints the surface of Sky Lake with liquid gold. Sea sprites, beings of pure light and water, converge around Leora, their gratitude tangible in the air. With gifts of wave silk shimmering like moonlight, the sprites honor Leora. An alliance is forged between Leora and the sea sprites, the air alive with newfound respect and understanding. As the sun dips below the horizon, Leora stands poised on her lily pad, her silhouette a testament to Lumoria's fading beauty. A gentle breeze whispers through her wings, carrying the scent of tranquility and peace. Surrounded by her beautiful fairy friends, their presence gives a silent support. Night falls on Lumoria, and Leora's boutique is softly lit by the ethereal glow of fireflies. The dresses shimmer in the gentle light, as if enchanted by the magic of the evening. A magical atmosphere envelops the scene, promising dreams and possibilities. The boutique stands as a sign of beauty, its charm heightened by the night's embrace. Whenever the fairies of Lumoria wore her creations, they carried a little reminder: true magic is made together.
امتلك حصة في دبي ابتداء من 500 درهم فقط. ابدأ رحلتك في الاستثمار العقاري مع ستيك، منصة مرخصة بالكامل في سوق دبي المالي. انضم لآلاف المستثمرين بدخل سلبي ثابت. ستيك، سجل الآن.
One trading account. Infinite potential. Apply in minutes. Fund securely with multiple methods. Trade thousands of products with competitive pricing, pro tools, and expert support. Open an account today and find your next trade.
Welcome back to my channel, where all your imaginations live. Once upon a shimmering dawn in the magical kingdom of Lunaria, its rose gold towers gleam with a radiant, ethereal beauty. Crystal fountains dance with light, their delicate streams catching the first rays of the sun. They add up the beauty and peace to the kingdom. Queen Aurora surveys the serene kingdom herself to maintain the balance of her throne. Beside her stands King Philip, his gaze reflecting a deep-seated pride. Together, Queen Aurora and King Philip embody Lunaria's enduring peace. Their daughter, Princess Evelina, with hair like spun gold, walks through the castle gardens. Her gaze sweeps beyond the towering castle walls, a silent longing for adventure flickering in her eyes. The tranquil beauty of the royal gardens cannot contain her restless spirit. She closes her eyes, dreaming of faraway lands and daring adventures. One day, she was in the castle gardens, sunlight filtering through the ancient trees and dew glistening on the leaves. A glint of silver catches her eye beneath a moonflower, its petals still curled from the night's embrace. She kneels, her fingers gently brushing aside the leaves to reveal a mysterious silver key that pulses with a warm glow. Etched on it were tiny, swirling symbols and the words, "Only the purest heart may open the door to true enchantment." Her curiosity sparked. Evelina followed a soft trail of glittering lights that led her deep into the forbidden forest. Her heart drums against her ribs, a symphony of fear and courage. Shimmering lights beckon, each sparkle a promise and a threat. Driven by a strange mix of fear and courage, she presses on. Under the vast sky, Evelina approaches the ancient oak, its branches like silent guardians. As Evelina nears, a hidden door in the ancient oak's trunk emerges from the shadows. The silver key floats in the air from her hand, guided by unseen forces drawn magically towards the door. A burst of golden light erupts as the ancient door swings inward, revealing a mysterious passage. The gateway opens to reveal an unknown path, inviting Evelina towards destiny. Evelina steps into Eloria, the kingdom of enchantment, where reality blurs with fantasy. Colors burst with impossible vibrancy, painting the kingdom in hues unseen by mortal eyes. Stars twinkle brightly, beautifying the daytime sky with heavenly, gorgeous appearance. Magic dances freely in the air, weaving through the kingdom like an ethereal spirit. Evelina is surrounded by enchantment, her face etched with wonder. In the radiant heart of Eloria, sunlight dances through crystal canopies, painting the land in shifting colors. Celestia stands bathed in light, her fairy form radiating beautiful, warm grace. A crown of morning dew beautifully placed on her head, shimmering with a soft, gentle glow. Her wings catch the light, transforming into stained glass masterpieces, each facet a burst of vibrant color. Her voice echoes through the shimmering glades, a pronouncement of ancient power unleashed. Princess Evelina, you have awakened the ancient magic, the intensity of light signaling an important moment in Eloria's destiny. In sun-drenched Eloria, dust motes swirl, casting light on statues of fantastical creatures, their stone eyes fixed in eternal stillness. Celestia, royal yet heavy with sorrow, stands before memories that shimmers with the history of the fallen kingdom. With a sorrowful voice, Celestia reveals the kingdom's fate. Morgana cursed Eloria, turning its creatures to stone. Hope flickers as Celestia recounts the prophecy. A prophecy says a princess will break the curse with 3 acts of bravery, kindness, and sacrifice. Far across a shimmering river, Evelina's presence is a hope against a raw, untamed magic. The crystal fire dragon roars, its scales shimmering with the untamed heart of Eloria. Evelina's gaze hardens, her resolve unyielding as she faces the dragon's fiery breath. The dragon's eyes glow with ancient power, guarding secrets that could change the fate of worlds. Beside the shimmering river, Evelina's voice rises in a gentle lullaby, each note a sign of courage. The dragon, a giant of myth, bows its massive head, surrendered to Evelina's bravery and the song's soothing embrace. A serene connection binds maiden and beast, a fragile peace woven from melody and trust. The lullaby fades as the dragon dissolves into a swirling mist, a spectacle of silver vanishing into the sky. Only ripples remain on the river's surface, a silent echo of the dragon's presence and the song's lingering magic. Where a mighty dragon once stood, a glowing sapphire stone now lies, pulsing with an otherworldly light. Evelina approaches the stone, her eyes reflecting its enchanting glow. With less of breath, Evelina reaches down, her fingers brushing against the smooth, cool surface of the gem. Evelina grasps the sapphire stone, its energy flowing through her veins. Triumphant, Evelina stands, holding the radiant sapphire stone aloft. Beneath a weeping willow, its branches kissed with frost, Evelina's world transforms. A magical creature appears among the snow-dusted roots, a tiny, injured fox. Evelina approaches the fox, her eyes wide with awe as she witnesses the impossible. The fox, seemingly woven from stardust, lies helpless, awaiting Evelina's touch. Beneath the weeping willow, Evelina's gentle touch begins a silent promise of protection. Evelina cradles the injured fox, enveloping it in the warmth of her cloak. Her fingers trace the fox's fur with infinite care, a soft murmur escaping her lips. In the crisp air, her breath mists as she whispers words of comfort to the vulnerable creature. Under the sun's gaze, magic dances around the weeping willow, an awakening of ancient power. The willow sighs, a sound of pure joy as life gushes back, painting its branches with vibrant green, sparkling leaves coming down, each one a tiny sign of hope and renewal, shimmering in the sunlight. The weeping willow stands transformed, a symbol of rebirth, its leaves whispering secrets to the wind. Under the vast sky, a marble statue stands, timeless and serene. Evelina approaches, her footsteps echoing in the quiet area. She stops before the statue, her gaze drawn upward in silent thoughtfulness. A sudden shift in the air signals an unexpected arrival. Celestia appears, her presence a complete contrast to the stillness that was before her arrival. The encounter promises a dramatic turn, poised between destiny and choice. Under the golden caress of daylight, an ancient marble statue looms, silent and eternal. Celestia stands before the statue, her heart filled with a pure solemnity. Her voice echoes in the stillness, a solemn promise hanging in the air.
Your phone wants to show you Olymp Trade, a trading platform where you get more from the start. Top up your account and get a bonus of up to 100%. Then trade from just 4 AED. Not a pro? No worries. Use ready-made strategies and enjoy trading from day one. Olymp Trade. Join now and claim your welcome bonus.
Hanging in the air. To break the curse fully, you must give up your memories of this magical realm forever. The weight of her words settles, casting a long shadow over the magical realm. Under the solemn gaze of the marble statue, Evelina grapples with a heart-rending decision. Her heart shatters, yet a resolute gesture emerges as Evelina reaches out. Her fingers meet the unyielding stone. A silent agreement seals her fate. In a moment of profound surrender, Evelina's touch binds her to a promise. The cold marble absorbs her warmth, a harsh reminder of the sacrifice she embraces. Her silent agreement echoes in the stillness, sealing a destiny both tragic and resolute. The marble statue stands bathed in sunlight, a silent sentinel guard the heavens. Suddenly, a vortex of rainbow light erupts around the statue, captivating and intense. The curse, once a looming shadow, shatters into a constellation of 1,000 glimmering stars. Each star, a fragment of broken magic, twinkles with the fading echo of an ancient power. The light diminishes, leaving the statue once again in serene stillness, forever freed from its dark burden. Sunlight bathes Aloria, awakening its vibrant flora and fauna. The forests sing in harmony as rivers shimmer with iridescent light, creatures baked in the revitalizing glow, rejuvenated by the land's restoration. Celestia's eyes reflect warmth and wisdom as she embraces Evelina. Celestia gently speaks, her voice echoing with profound insight. True enchantment is choosing love over fear. Evelina wanders back into the familiar embrace of the royal garden, its beauty now a haunting reminder of what she has lost. Her fingers instinctively search for the silver key, a desperate attempt to grasp at the fading memories of Eloria. The key is gone, vanished like a dream, leaving her stranded in a reality she no longer understands. She strains to recall the wonders of Eloria, but her mind is a blank canvas devoid of color and light. Bathed in sunlight, the royal garden awakens to a new day. Among the vibrant blooms, Evelina pauses, her eyes reflecting a gentle kindness. A subtle sparkle dances within her heart, unseen yet deeply felt. You are braver than you believe, a voice whispers on the breeze, and your kindness will always lead to magic. The garden seems to respond, the flowers swaying as if in agreement. Evelina's radiant smile brightens the ancient castle halls. Sunlight bathes the corridor, filling the air with dancing dust motes and a sense of timelessness. She pauses, her eyes catching sight of a drooping flower, a complete difference to the castle's greatness. With a tender touch, Evelina straightens the flower's stem, breathing new life into its fragile form. She leans closer, whispering words of comfort to the delicate bloom. The flower seems to respond, its petals subtly unfurling as if touched by her kindness. Bathed in the warm glow of twin suns, Evelina stands alone, a solitary figure on Lunaria's shimmering plains. Her gaze sweeps across the enchanted world, unaware of the profound impact of her simple act of kindness. The light dances around her, illuminating the subtle curves of the alien landscape. The air shimmers with untold secrets, the very ground beneath her feet pulsing with life. She is the quiet savior, the unseen guardian of a world beyond the stars, forever bound by destiny. On Lunaria, the sun casts long shadows, painting the landscape with intrigue and mystery. The wind whispers tales of old, each gust carrying echoes of enchantment across the land. Starlight dances in the air, each twinkle a reminder of the magical story woven into the fabric of Lunaria. The land breathes with the magic of legends, every corner whispering secrets to those who listen. Beneath the silver glow of Lunaria, dreams of young princesses are filled with visions of Evelina. In a grand palace, Princess Amara drifts to sleep, her dreams painted with images of Evelina's radiant smile. Across a starlit kingdom, Princess Sophia envisions Evelina's magical adventures in a land of endless wonder. In a quiet village, Princess Anya dreams of Evelina's bravery. As dawn approaches, the dreams of these young princesses converge, united by the magic of Evelina. The magic of Evelina touches every corner of Lunaria, inspiring dreams of courage and wonder in the hearts of young princesses.
Real estate investing is synonymous with passive income. Easy, right? Wrong. If you're still trying to do it the old-fashioned way. Introducing Sync, a new and easy way to unlock passive rental income without hustling to dig up the best deals, scrambling for substantial down payments, and dealing with property management headaches. With Stake, you can easily invest in Dubai's most attractive neighborhoods and receive monthly passive rental income. It's as easy as shopping online. Join thousands of investors and start unlocking passive income today.
আমাদের বাচ্চু সাহেব বিদেশ থেকে হুন্ডিতে টাকা পাঠিয়েছিলেন। উনি দেশে পৌঁছে গেছেন, কিন্তু টাকা এখনো এসে পৌঁছায়নি। হুন্ডিয়ালের সন্ধানে উনি তাই রাস্তায় রাস্তায় ঘুরছেন। এই বোকা নাকি আপনি কি খোকা নাকি বুঝছেন ধোকাটা কি? That Sunday, I will drop a peni. Exchange rate to high. সব মুখে আস্তায় খাই করেন বিদায়।
এই আমি গানে তুললাম, এখন থেকে দেশে টাকা পাঠাতে শুধু ট্যাপ ট্যাপ সেন্ডি ব্যবহার করবো।
Sunlight weaves through the enchanted forest's canopy, unveiling hidden splendor of glittering glen. Waterfalls cascade down mossy rocks, their gentle roar echoing through the glen, a symphony of nature's magic. Rose bushes burst forth in vibrant hues, their petals unfurling in a riot of color, painting the glen with nature's artistry. Glittering Glen comes alive, home to hundreds of fairies from every corner of the fairy world. Fairies dance and flutter among the rose bushes, their laughter mingling with the gentle murmur of the waterfalls. The fairies gather by the cascading waterfalls, their voices joining the chorus of the glen's enchanting melody. In Glittering Glen, fairies flutter, their wings shimmering in the sunlight. The glen buzzes with excitement as the fairy fashion show approaches. Anticipation fills the air as fairies prepare for the centennial event. Elaborate decorations adorn the glen, showcasing the grandeur of the fairy fashion show. The fairy fashion show preparations continue, the glen transformed into a spectacle of magic and beauty. The workshop is filled with shimmering spider silk, glistening dewdrops, and rainbow petals. Vials of stardust pulse with a faint, ethereal light, illuminating her workspace. In the heart of the fairy workshop, Lena, the youngest fairy, sits alone, her stained glass wings catching the sunlight. She stares intently at a half-finished design, her brow furrowed in concentration. The weight of the upcoming show presses down on her, a palpable sense of anticipation. She pauses, her gaze fixed on the intricate details of her creation, lost in thought. As the night unfolds, a canvas painted with moonlight across a tranquil meadow. Beneath the ethereal glow of a moonflower, Lena sits, suspended in a world of deep thoughts. A gentle breeze whispers secrets through the meadow. An idea ignites within Lena, a spark of inspiration in the stillness of the night, stirring Lena's senses. Her gaze lifts, drawn upwards to the moon, now reflecting a newfound determination burning brightly in her eyes. The moon watches over her, a silent witness to the birth of a dream, fueling the fire within. Lena ascends to the tallest tree, bathed in the ethereal glow of moonlight. She delicately plucks silver threads of moonlight, her movements precise and ethereal. With graceful care, she gathers the shimmering strands, weaving a tapestry of captured light. The silver threads of moonlight coalesce in her hands, a beacon of ethereal beauty. Under the cloak of night, the lake glistens, its surface mirroring a sky full of secrets as Lena prepares to dance. Lena steps onto the water, defying reality with each graceful movement, a ripple of magic spreading from her feet. With each turn, Lena gathers drops of truth, the water transforming into diamonds that scatter across the night. A wide smile blossoms across Lena's face, reflecting the diamonds of truth she holds, a beacon of pure joy. In a profound moment, Lena feels an unbreakable bond with nature, a symphony of magic resonating within her. The fairy workshop glows with a soft, ethereal light, a haven of magic and industry. Lena, surrounded by her tiny assistants, meticulously weaves moonlight threads. Diligent ants carry shimmering threads, their tiny bodies moving with surprising strength and purpose. Buzzing bees, their wings a blur, deliver dewdrops, each one a tiny jewel. A sleepy caterpillar, its movements slow, adds a touch of whimsy to the scene. Sunlight streams into the fairy workshop, where dust motes dance in the golden air. Lena delicately holds up a soft silver gown, its fabric shimmering with an ethereal glow. As she twirls, tiny flowers bloom and unfurl across the hem of the gown, a testament to her skill. She pauses, gazing at her creation with a soft smile. It's perfect. I truly did it. A wave of pride washes over her as accomplishment settles deep within her heart. The fairy fashion show begins in Glittering Glen, a dazzling spectacle of light and color. The fairies' gowns morph with each gentle breeze, colors swirling in a hypnotic dance that captivates the eye. Melodies fill the air as the fairies sing, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that echoes through the glen. The audience watches with rapt attention, their faces lit by the magical display. The glen erupts in wild applause, a symphony of appreciation for the extraordinary spectacle. The spotlight looms, casting a stark glow as Lena steps onto the stage, her heart pounding. The intense light reveals her radiant gown. In Glittering Glen, a hush falls as Lena arrives, her gown radiating a soft, golden light that bathes the landscape. The glen responds in kind. Flowers stretch toward her, drawn by her warmth. Fireflies waltz around Lena, their lights mirroring the glow of her dress, captivated by her presence. Even the wind stills, holding its breath in reverence of the serene beauty that Lena brings to the glen. Sunlight illuminates Glittering Glen, where a gentle breeze whispers through the trees. Queen Miralyn stands, her regal gown shimmering, as tears well in her eyes. Queen Miralyn's voice trembles as she whispers, "This is not just fashion. This is magic with soul." Her words echo through the glen, imbued with profound emotion. The breeze rustles through the trees again, carrying her words like a benediction. A hush falls as the moonlit crystal crown is gently placed upon Lena's head. The crowd bursts into thunderous applause, a sea of faces lit by admiration for Lena's deeply moving creation. The crown sparkles, casting a rainbow of colors across Lena's face and gown. "I am deeply honored to receive this crown," she speaks, her voice echoing through the glen. Lena expresses her gratitude. "Thank you to everyone who has supported me, especially my dear forest helpers." In Glittering Glen, designers approach Lena, curiosity lighting their faces. The sun warms the scene as they gather, eager to uncover the mysteries of her art. The designers ask, "Lena, we've been so inspired by your work. How do you design with love, not just light?" Lena responds, a gentle smile gracing her lips, ready to share her secrets. "I'm happy to share my knowledge and inspire others," Lena says. In a field of daisies, Lena stands, her face glowing with joy. She teaches that true beauty comes from within, and when you create from love and kindness, your magic will outshine them all.
Say hello to the original Ninja Slushie. Chill your way.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom lies between rolling hills and whispering woods, there was a magical lake called Crystal Lake. The water was so clear that you could see the golden fish swimming at the bottom, and at night, it sparkled like stars had fallen into it. Villagers believed the lake was home to fairies, though none had seen one until one summer evening. A kind-hearted girl named Lena, who lived near the lake, would often sit by its edge and sing to the birds. One day, While picking wildflowers, she heard soft sobbing near the water. She looked around and saw a tiny glowing figure tangled in reeds. It was a fairy, her delicate wings torn and her light dim. Without hesitation, Lena rushed over. "Don't be afraid," she whispered gently. "I'll help you." The fairy, barely the size of Lena's hand, looked up with teary eyes. "Thank you," she said in a voice like wind chimes. "I'm Seraphina, and I've lost my way from the fairy realm. The portal back only opens with moonlight and the laugh of a kind heart." Lena smiled. "Then we must wait for the moon, and I'll do my best to make you laugh." All day and into the evening, Lena cared for Seraphina, mending her wings with silk thread and giving her honey and flower nectar. As the moon rose, its silver light bathed the lake in magic. Now came the hard part, making Seraphina laugh. Lena danced like a clumsy duck, sang silly songs, and told the silliest stories she could think of. At last, Seraphina giggled, then laughed Fada, beautiful, clear sound that echoed through the woods. Suddenly, the lake rippled, and a circle of light appeared in its center. The portal to the fairy realm had opened. "You did it!" Seraphina beamed. "Come with me, Lena. The fairy queen would love to meet you." But Lena shook her head. "This is your world. Mine is here, with my family and the forest. I'm just glad I could help." Seraphina flew close and kissed Lena's forehead. "You have the purest heart I've ever known. Whenever you need me, just sing to the lake under a full moon." With a twirl and a sparkle, Seraphina vanished into the portal. The lake calmed and silence returned, but Lena's heart was full. Years passed, and Lena grew older, yet she never forgot her fairy friend. On full moon nights, she would still sing by the lake, and sometimes, just for a moment, she would see a flicker of light and hear the faint sound of laughter in the wind. Once upon a time, in a quiet village in between green hills and silver rivers, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Lena. What made Lena special was not just her gentle soul, but her hair that shimmered like pure gold under the sunlight. Her hair was so bright that birds would often fly close, thinking it was morning light. But Lena never let her beauty make her proud. She helped her mother in the fields, fetched water for her old neighbor, and always shared whatever little food she had with the poor. One day, the king announced that the land was under a strange curse. Flowers stopped blooming and the rivers were drying up. People began to worry, and many wise men tried to find the cause, but none succeeded. One evening, while walking through the forest to gather herbs, Lena heard a soft cry. Following the sound, she found a tiny fairy trapped under fallen leaves. The fairy was weak and could barely move. Without hesitation, Lena gently freed the fairy, wrapped her in her warm scarf, and whispered, "Don't be afraid, I'll take care of you." The fairy looked up at her golden hair and smiled. You have a pure heart, Lena. I am the guardian fairy of nature, but I was captured by darkness. Only someone kind and selfless could free me. With a wave of her hand, the fairy touched Lena's hair. The golden strands began to glow brighter and brighter until they lit up the whole forest. Trees straightened, rivers gushed back with water, and flowers bloomed in every color. The curse was broken. The fairy said, "Because of your goodness, you've restored balance. The land will flourish again." She reached into her tiny pouch and gave Lena a crystal hairpin shaped like a sun. "Wear this, and you shall always shine with inner light," said the fairy before disappearing into a flower. When Lena returned to the village, everyone was amazed. The king himself came to thank her and offered her gold and a place in the royal palace. But Lena kindly refused the riches. "My home is here, with the people I love. I only wish to help them live in peace and joy." From that day on, Lena's golden hair became a symbol of hope and kindness, and the village remained blooming and happy for generations. And whenever the sun shined especially bright, villagers would smile and say, "Lena must be walking in the fields again."
Every happy moment, no matter how small, becomes unique with 7 days. Becomes bigger and even more fun. 7 Days Croissant, baked to make you smile and more.
A quaint village nestles beside a vast, whispering forest, its peaceful facade masking a deeper unease. 3 sisters, Lena, Maren, and Elsie, share a quiet life with their father, the woodcutter. In the dim cottage, the woodcutter lies motionless, his face pale against the coarse sheets. Lena, Maren, and Elsie watch over him, their young faces etched with deep concern. Weakly, the woodcutter whispers, "I need a rare herb from the forest to heal." Lena strides into the forest, her confidence a shield over a hint of arrogance. Lena ventures into the forest, the trees closing in around her. She looks around, uncertainty etching across her face as she realizes she is lost. Her confidence falters with each step as uncertainty fills her. In the heart of an ancient forest, Lena approaches the crooked hut. The hut balances precariously on chicken legs. An unsettling energy emanates from the hut. Lena enters the enchanted hut. An old woman with fiery eyes appears, commanding, "Gather wood for me, child." Lena scoffs, declaring, "That is beneath me. I refuse." Lena stands, lost, as the dense forest envelops her. She looks around, the path she followed now gone. Maren strides confidently into the forest, her determination unwavering. Deep within the ancient forest, Maren discovers an enchanted hut, its presence hinting at secrets untold. A voice pierces the silence as an old woman cries out, "Help me, please." Maren responds with a cold indifference. "Help yourself, old fool." Maren stands alone, dwarfed by towering trees, a solitary figure in the heart of the ancient forest. Mist rises, swallowing the familiar path, the hut disappearing into the fog. Panic tightens its grip as she realizes there is no way back. Elsie, full of youthful kindness, steps courageously into the dense forest. The woods embrace her, Sunlight filtering through the canopy, she smiles, feeling the forest's gentle embrace. Elsie cautiously approaches the enchanted hut, the forest holding its breath. With a hesitant voice, Elsie asks, "May I come in?" Sunlight streams into the enchanted hut as the old woman asks, "Elsie, would you be a dear and help me with these chores?" Elsie's eyes light up as she replies, "Of course, I'd be happy to." With a joyful spirit, Elsie grabs a broom and starts sweeping the floor, stirring up dust in the sunlit room. She then offers a saucer of milk to the purring cat, her touch gentle and caring. Elsie heads into the surrounding forest to gather firewood, her small frame disappearing into the trees. The old woman smiles warmly, her eyes sparkling. A gust of wind heralds a transformation. The forest witch is revealed, radiant and youthful. "Take these herbs, child. They will heal your friend, and know that your kindness has broken a curse that bound me for too long." The forest witch bestows a blessing upon Elsie. Elsie arrives back at the cottage. The herbs in her hand radiate a soft, otherworldly glow. Her father, once weakened by illness, rapidly regains his vitality, his face flushing with renewed health. Bathed in the warm light of day, the village bustles with life. Their faces show respect for Elsie, a symbol of kindness and bravery. In the distance, the enchanted hut rests silently, awaiting a traveler with a pure heart.
Villagers hurry past, with fearful glances by a deep-seated dread of the woods. Illyra, a solitary witch with kind eyes, observes the villagers from her cottage window. Villagers are stressed with fear, and Illyra's profound isolation. Illyra stands in her cottage, stirring a bubbling potion in a cauldron, her movements precise and graceful. Ethereal lights dance around her, weaving spells of gentle magic. She whispers an incantation, her voice soft as a stream, to aid a small bird on its journey. "Fly swiftly, little one. May the winds guide you and the stars light your path." Illyra's gloved hands gently gather snowdrops, their delicate petals brushing against her skin. A fin blue shimmer catch her eye. Lyriel, a tiny winter fairy with icy wings, flutters above the snow. Lyriel stands alone, sunlight filtering through the dense canopy above. With a deep breath, Lyriel introduces herself, her voice carrying through the silent forest. "I'm Lyriel. I've lost my way because the winds stopped singing." A voice responds, breaking the silence. "Astonishing! I'm Illyra, and I offer my help." The cottage glows warmly. Illyra offers Lyriel a bowl of berries. "These berries are from my garden. They always remind me of my youth, a time I thought I'd forgotten." Lyriel accepts the berries, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "They're delicious, Illyra. They remind me of snowflakes, each one holding a secret." Weeks pass, and the forest around Illyra's cottage begins to sparkle with an otherworldly light. The trees themselves seem to hum with vibrant energy, mirroring the blossoming bond between Illyra and Lyriel. A villager stops, his eyes drawn to an otherworldly beauty emanating from the forest. Driven by an irresistible curiosity, he cautiously steps forward, venturing toward the mysterious woods. A lone villager steps cautiously into the ancient forest, his senses heightened. His eyes widen in disbelief as he beholds Illyra and Lyriel, their hands raised in a dance of magic. Illyra weaves spells of pure light, beams dancing around her like celestial fireflies. Lyriel conjures delicate patterns of frost, shimmering in the air like winter's breath. The villager stands with awe, speechless by the breathtaking display of magic. Villagers cautiously enter the forest, their apprehension slowly fading. They watch Illyra and Lyriel working together, wonder replacing fear. A sense of awe fills them as they witness the harmonious collaboration. The cottage is filled with a soft, warm light, shadows dancing on the walls. Illyra and Lyriel sit together, their faces glowing in the gentle light. The bond between them deepens with each shared story, each whispered secret. The air crackles with a subtle, comforting magic, enveloping them in its embrace. The wind whispers through the forest, carrying the scent of pine as Lyriel readies herself to depart. Her mission complete, a sense of quiet satisfaction graces Lyriel's face. Lyriel offers Illyra a pendant, a token of enduring remembrance. So Winter will always remember you. Each winter, the forest glows a little brighter. The friendship between the witch and the fairy lights the forest. The villagers celebrate the winter season, embracing the forest's magic. Illyra gazes out at the glowing forest, a gentle smile spreading across her face. The warmth of memory floods her as she remembers her friend Lyriel. A single snowflake descends, radiating a soft blue glow, a touching symbol of the bond between the witch and the winter fairy.
Hi, viewers. Welcome into a world where shadows whisper secrets and forgotten tales unfolds. My stories aren't just narratives. They're doorways to the unexpected, where every turn reveals a twist you won't see coming. Get ready to lose yourself in the magic. Once upon a time, the digital realm unfolds, a boundless area where data streams shimmer and algorithms glow with ethereal beauty. There lived the Google fairy, Glimmer. She emerges as a sign of grace, her luminescent tablet guiding her through the luminous pathways. She navigates the vibrant currents of information, her presence a sign of the boundless energy of the digital world. The tablet glows brighter, casting a luminescent glow on the pathways. The realm pulses with life, mirroring the ceaseless flow of data. Glimmer continues her journey. A guardian of knowledge and innovation in this ever-expanding digital frontier. A symphony of light and color demonstrate the dynamic spirit of the digital age. The great digital library extends limitlessly, its shelves overflowing with radiant digital books and shimmering data streams. Glimmer, a luminous being of pure energy, controls over this vast collection. Her gentle light, a sign of order and harmony. She carefully adjusts a floating data stream, ensuring each piece finds its rightful place in the grand tapestry of information. A serene smile graces Glimmer's radiant face, reflecting her deep enjoyment with the library's perfect harmony. A desolate landscape of digital decay stretches into the distance, where broken links and static reign supreme. In the shadows, Malignus, the bad fairy, emerges, his tattered wings casting a threatening shadow against the dim light. His presence alone creates an atmosphere of unease, a sense of horror that clings to the forgotten corner of the digital world. The air crackles with dark energy, signaling the arrival of chaos and despair into this forsaken realm. Malignus's lair pulses with screens displaying distorted code and sensational headlines, a digital den of deceit. Malignus laughs, his fingers dance across the keyboard, weaving complex webs of fraud and tricks. He manipulates data, bending reality to his will with each keystroke. Leaning back, Malignus revels in the chaos he unleashes. A puppet master of misinformation, panic erupts within the great digital library. its towering stacks of glowing scrolls, now casting shadows of upcoming doom. Glimmer's face hardens, her eyes narrowing with the chilling realization the unimaginable has occurred. The scroll of universal understanding is gone. The silence screams louder than any alarm as the weight of the loss settles upon the library. In the serene great digital library, Glimmer finds an empty pedestal gleaming softly under the ambient light. She approaches, her hand gently gliding over the cool stone, sensing faint traces of darkness. Her brow furrows, a delicate tightening that hints at an unseen threat lurking nearby. Glimmer's eyes narrow with decision, the confirmation of Malignus's treachery solidifying her determination. In the ethereal expanse of the digital realm, Glimmer embarks on her search. She soars through towering server stacks, a lone figure against the endless data streams. Glimmer dives deeper, indexing countless databases in her deep search. Her tablet glows with an otherworldly light, a sign in the digital wilderness. Each line of code, each packet of data, is a potential clue in her desperate hunt. Glimmer persists, driven by hope and the burning desire to uncover the truth hidden within the digital maze. Glimmer ventures into the treacherous depths of the deep web, a digital maze teeming with unseen dangers. She accurately follows the faint, elusive digital footprints left by Malignus. The screen illuminates her face, casting an eerie glow as she navigates the chaotic space. Each click echoes in the silence, amplifying the tension as she dives deeper. The digital trails of Malignus lead her further into the abyss, where threats lurk at every turn. In the heart of his lair, Malignus fixes his gaze on the monitor, a sinister delight sparkling in his eyes. Glimmer's face fills the screen, her determination a sign against the treacherous path ahead. A raspy chuckle bubbles from Malignus's throat, a sound as chilling as the lair itself. He pats his chair, a gesture of dark satisfaction, convinced he has beaten her at every turn. The scroll's fragments are scattered, a trap laid with cunning, ensuring Glimmer faces a journey of worries with danger. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, Glimmer's form flickers as she treads through the deceptive landscape. False trails and cunning traps set by Malignus scatter her path, each a mirage in this digital wilderness. With unwavering wisdom, she dissects each symbol, her determination pushing her forward, narrowly avoiding danger. Her focus sharpens on the minor abnormalities, telltale signs betraying Malignus's presence in the digital weave. In the radiant areas of the digital realm, Glimmer summons her network. A horde of helpful sprites emerges, each a tiny algorithm of fact-checking and truth. Together, they work to weave the fragmented pieces of information into a cohesive whole. Glimmer watches as the sprites piece together the fragments. The truth begins to take shape, a sign of clarity in the digital landscape. The fact-checking site buzzes with focused energy as sprites work tirelessly, their nimble hands dancing across screens. Each sprite analyzes reports with incredible speed, cross-referencing sources to verify information. The air vibrates with the quiet hum of focused minds, each dedicated to uncovering the truth. From time to time, a sprite pauses, sending important data to Glimmer, adding pieces to her intricate puzzle. In the glowing areas of the digital realm, shadows dance deadly, threatening to consume the light. Glimmer emerges, her presence a light of hope against the encroaching darkness. With a rise of power, Glimmer seizes the first fragment of the ancient scroll. The fragment ignites with heavenly energy, its brilliance challenging the darkness cast by Malignus. In the great digital library, Glimmer delicately places the first fragment. The ancient library awakens, pulsing with a renewed brilliance. Light comes down the towering shelves, illuminating the hidden depths of knowledge. A wave of luminous energy spreads through the library, signaling the return of its ancient power. In the beautiful glowing areas of the digital realm, Glimmer advances, her figure a sign of determination. Each fragment of the ancient scroll she retrieves pulses with renewed strength as digital pathways light up under her touch. With each piece, Glimmer's determination hardens, her hunt etching deeper lines of purpose onto her face. The digital pathways glow brighter, guiding Glimmer forward as she gathers the scroll's essence. Glimmer's search increases, each step echoing with newfound power and purpose. In the heart of his lair, Malignus roams restlessly, a storm of frustration brewing within him. Each act of order Glimmer brings to the world intensifies Malignus's growing wrath. Dark shadows dance around him, mirroring the sinister thoughts taking shape in his mind. He halts abruptly, a final, desperate plan solidifying in the depths of his dark imagination. With a surge of depression, Malignus clenches his fist, a symbol of the impending attack. The lair darkens, awaiting Malignus's final, desperate act. In the digital realm, Malignus unleashes a torrent of pop-ups and malware, initiating his devastating attack. Digital pathways are flooded, turning the scene into a chaotic and overwhelming spectacle of virtual destruction. The digital landscape, twisted and distorts under the fierce emotions, give into Malignus's power. Chaos reigns as the digital realm hesitates on the edge, consumed by the overwhelming attack of disruption. In the heart of the digital realm, Glimmer stands ready, a sign of defense against the encroaching digital storm. With a subtle gesture, Glimmer activates her defenses, a personal firewall against the chaos. A rise of digital attack threatens to overwhelm, but Glimmer meets it head-on. The digital chaos vanished, rendered powerless against Glimmer's ad blocker and firewall. With grace and precision, Glimmer neutralizes the attack, restoring tranquility to the digital realm. In the great digital library, Glimmer carefully places the final fragment. The last piece clicks into place. A surge of energy erupts, bathing the library in blinding light. The library awakens, its brilliance overwhelming. The scroll of universal understanding glows brightly, its ancient script radiating warmth. Knowledge flows freely once more, illuminating the digital realm. A wave of harmony washes over the landscape, restoring balance and peace. The digital realm is reborn, bathed in the light of restored knowledge. The light intensifies, promising a future of understanding and enlightenment. The realm shines, a light to the power of shared knowledge and unity. In the heart of his lair, Malignus reels from a crushing defeat. The shadows deepen, offering him a sanctuary from the piercing light. Weakened, he struggles to maintain his formidable presence. His essence diminishes, fading into the surrounding gloom. With a final, desperate act, Malignus disappears into the darkness. The lair is silent once more, the echoes of his power lingering in the air. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, Glimmer toils tirelessly, a sign of hope in the fight against digital darkness. Her firm dedication ensures knowledge flows freely, a river of light against encroaching shadows. She stands as a guardian, guarding the gates of information, a shield against those who seek to control and corrupt. Each line of code she writes is a shield against tyranny. In her hands, the digital world finds its protector, its champion, its firm guardian. The digital realm thrives under her watchful gaze, a sign of her selfless commitment to freedom and knowledge. In the ethereal area of the digital realm, a holographic scroll unfolds, casting a radiant glow upon the faces of eager learners. Their expressions are alight with the spark of newfound knowledge, a symphony of gratitude and awe playing across their features. As one, the learners turn towards Glimmer, their eyes shining with heartfelt appreciation for her guidance. United in voice, they express their heartfelt thanks. Thank you, Glimmer, for your dedication. Glimmer stands bathed in the shared gratitude of her pupils. In the boundless areas of the digital realm, content creators stand poised, ready to capture the pulse of trending topics. A spark of inspiration ignites as Glimmer's suggestions ripple through their minds, setting off a flurry of creative activity. The digital world expands, fed by the creators' inspired ideas and innovative designs. The digital realm thrives, enriched by the tireless efforts and boundless imagination of its creators. Glimmer's smile radiates contentment as she surveys the harmonious digital world she has helped create. She continues her journey, spreading light and knowledge to every corner of the digital areas. Each act of kindness reinforces the beauty and potential of this interconnected world. The digital realm flourishes under her care, becoming a sign of the power of light and knowledge. Hi, viewers. Imagine looking up at the night sky and find it empty. No stars, no moonlight on the vast sky. This is the story of a boy who dared to chase the skies, ride a ship of moonlight, and battle the thief who stole stars. Yes, viewers, this is the story of seaside town Ialoria. At night, it draped in the soft light of distant stars, where every shadow whispers secrets of the sea. Kalen, a young boy with eyes full of wonder, gazes at the night sky, his face alight with dreams of untold adventures. In the quiet of the night, Kalen stands as a sign of youthful dreams. His spirit is high, with the infinite possibilities above. Above Aloria, the stars fade one by one, as if being extinguished, casting a cloud of smoke over the land. A shadowy figure rides a hawk, sowing terror among the townsfolk. Crops wither, their vibrant colors turning to dust, as life drains from Aloria. The once lively town descends into bleakness, its colors fading into despair. Fear grips the hearts of the townsfolk as their world dims, and hope fades with the light. Kalen sits alone on the dock, the darkening sky mirroring his loneliness. The heavens ignite as a falling star blazes a trail, a fleeting spectacle of light. The falling star crashes into the waves, a sudden splash disrupting the night's quiet. Kalen watches the point where the star fell, the water settling once more into darkness. Under the cloak of night, Kalen races across the beach, his form a shadow against the silver sea. Reaching the water's edge, a magical sight unfolds. Ceres, a fairy of delicate light, shimmers into view. Her wings, once vibrant, now bear the marks of distress, fluttering weakly. With fragile hope, Ceres speaks.
Only a mortal with courage can help return the stars.
The weight of her words stays in the air, a plea woven with starlight and destiny. Ceres guides Kylan into the darkness, revealing a hidden cave. Deep within, an ancient ski ship emerges, bathed in an ethereal light, its presence a sign of forgotten power. The sky ship's sails, woven from moonlight, shimmer with an otherworldly glow. The sky ship's wings are intricately carved from enchanted wood, their surfaces swirling with faint, arcane symbols. Ceres gazes at the ski ship, her expression a mixture of awe and respect. Kylan follows her gaze, his face reflecting the ship's beautiful glow. Under the cloak of night, Kylan and Ceres step aboard the skyship, ready to journey into the unknown. The skyship awakens, its ancient frame groaning as it prepares to ascend into the starlit area. As the skyship climbs, its sails swirling in the light of distant stars, pulling them higher into the heavenly sky. Together, they rise above the world, two souls embarking on a voyage among the stars, leaving the earth far behind. The skyship floats into a sky full of danger, navigating a thunder of dragons among swirling, threatening clouds. In this chaos, Kylan's focused power shines as he skillfully guides the ship, avoiding deadly lightning with clever tricks. The dragons, with their fearsome power, unleash bolts of lightning, testing the limits of Kylan's quick thinking and the ship's strength. Each near miss heightens the tension, as Kylan's firm focus becomes the only shield against the storm's fury. The skyship lurches and weaves, a dance of survival against the nature's raw, untamed power. In this test of sky and storm, Kylan expresses the spirit of defense, pressing on despite the overwhelming odds. In the middle of the chaos, Kylan and Ceres emerges, their figures outlined against the stormy sky. They move with desperate grace, a synchronized ballet against the destruction. Together, they battle the elements, striving to mend the wounds and steer through the heart of the storm. A skyship gracefully descends, defying gravity as it approaches a floating island. Upon the island, nature's laws are inverted, with trees growing upside down, their roots reaching for the heavens. Strange creatures roam the surreal landscape, their forms unlike anything found on solid ground. The wondrous island teems with life, presenting a world where imagination knows no bounds. The air shimmers with untold possibilities, a sign of the boundless creativity of nature. Within the crystal caves, sunlight paints the scene as Kylan and Ceres discover a grim tableau. Wind fairy imprisoned in shimmering crystal cages, the captured wind fairy flutter weakly, their glow forms fading within their crystalline prisons. With swift resolve, Kylan and Ceres shatter the cages, their strikes echoing through the cavern. As the last cage shatters, the freed fairy surge around Kylan and Ceres, their gratitude palpable. The wind fairy pledged to guide Kylan and Ceres through the stormy skies. Ethereal wind fairy begin her move, her wings shimmering as she navigates the skyship through the vast area. The wind spirits guide the vessel through twisting air currents, ensuring its safe passage. As the sky ship journeys onward, the majestic Cloud Fortress looms ever larger. The Cloud Fortress dominates the horizon, its dark shadow piercing through the swirling clouds. The fortress stands as a symbol of becoming doom, its darkness contrasting against the glowing sky. A dreadful structure covered in mystery, the Cloud Fortress awaits. Before the fortress, Kalen and Ceres prepare themselves as a horde of shadow beasts gathers, their eyes burning with dark intent. The fortress looms ominously, a silent challenge against the encroaching darkness. The air vibrates with forthcoming conflict as the shadow beasts prepare to strike. Kalen and Ceres stand firm, ready to meet the shadow beast's attack at the fortress entrance. In the fortress courtyard, Kalen thrashes Fisher's net, now shimmering with potent magic. With practiced ease, he scoops up fragments of light, the net glowing intensely. He hurls the radiant energy towards the encroaching shadow beasts with a mighty heave. The dark creatures recoil, dissolving into harmless stardust as the light strikes them. Within the fortress throne room, Kalen and Ceres face Morgoth the Starbinder. Morgoth, sitting on his twisted metal throne, an aura of stolen stars shimmering around him. Kylan's expression hardens, his decision firms by seeing such formidable presence. The throne room pulses with an unspoken tension, a battle of wills about to ignite. In the throne room, Morgoth unleashes a torrent of dark magic, his power erupting like a volcanic force. Shadows twist and writhe, consuming the throne room in a maelstrom of swirling darkness. Dark energy crackle around Kalen and Ceres, threatening to consume them. The throne room transforms into a vortex of chaos as Morgoth's power peaks. Kalen and Ceres stand against the encroaching darkness. In the vast throne room, Kalen's gaze sweeps across the scene, the heavy burden of understanding descending upon him. He realizes the true home of stars is not in earthly decorations, but in the boundless sky. A spark of decision ignites within Kalen, his eyes now gleaming with purpose. Kalen pauses, drawing a deep breath as he steels himself for the momentous decision. With firm determination, Kalen prepares to leap into the unknown, embracing the uncertainty that lies ahead. Kalen executes his leap of faith. Kalen lifts the stolen stars from the Cloud Fortress, preparing to return them to their rightful place. With a determined look, Kalen hurls the first stolen star toward the heavens. One by one, Kalen releases the stars, each soaring upward to reclaim its place in heavens. As the final star finds its home, the sky erupts in a blaze of light, banishing the darkness. The Cloud Fortress is bathed in renewed heavenly brilliance, a sign of Kalen's act of saving. Stripped of his might, Morgoth is seized by the Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk ascends, carrying Morgoth toward the endless sky. They climb higher, the world shrinking beneath them as they approach the horizon. Dawn breaks over Aloria, painting the seaside town in hues of gold as Kalen and Ceres return. The ethereal skyship fades into the morning light, dissolving into the brightening sky. The mission concludes, leaving the shore bathed in the serene glow of a new day. Together, they stand outlined against the brightening horizon, guardians return to their home. As dawn breaks, the villagers emerge, their faces alight with wonder at the glow above. A wave of joyous cheers rises from the crowd, celebrating the young hero who returned the stars. Kalen, the boy hero, stands humbly as the villagers erupt in celebration around him. The first rays of dawn illuminate the villagers' faces, reflecting the hope Kalen has brought back. The beach becomes a stage for happiness as the community celebrates under the restored starlit sky. Under the watchful gaze of the stars, the villagers unite in a moment of collective joy and gratitude. Bathed in sunlight, Kalen stands tall, a sign of hope in the busy town square. Once barren fields now sway with lush, green crops, a sign of Kalen's triumph. The kingdom rejoices, filled with gratitude for the return of light and prosperity. Under the cloak of night, Kalen sits alone on the weathered dock, his shadow outlined against the dark waters below. Lost in thought, Kalen's gaze drifts skyward, absorbed by the infinite area of stars. A silent presence emerges. Ceres appears beside him, her gentle smile a hope in the darkness. Her voice, soft yet resonant, Ceres acknowledges Kalen's triumph.
You have saved Eloria, Kalen.
Kalen turns his head slowly, his eyes reflecting the vastness of the night sky. A moment of quiet acknowledgement stayed in between them. The night sky unfolds in silent grandeur, stars piercing the darkness. Among the shining stars, one star glows with unmatched brilliance, holding secrets of distant voyages. A subtle flicker dances across the heavens, hinting at a spectral ship sailing through time. A vision takes shape, a ship with sails of moonlight, forever bound to its ethereal journey. The ghostly vessel sails on, an eternal guardian of the night, its legend woven into the fabric of the cosmos. Eloria is enveloped in a profound hush, the village holding its breath under the cloak of night. Flickering candlelight casts dancing shadows on the villagers' weathered faces, each line etched with the weight of untold stories. Their eyes gleam with the reflection of ancient tales, echoing through generations. Whispers float on the night air, carrying the weight of legends and dreams about the boy who sailed the skies and saved the stars. A tale passed down for generations. The village listens, captivated by the timeless saga of courage and hope. Hi viewers, today's story is going to be very interesting. A story about a world of shimmering wings and moonlight. Just imagine a place where ice cream glows. Yes, you heard correct. A magical realm of Yumi ice cream. Their fairies have wings of pure light. But even in paradise, trouble can churn. Let's begin our story of dreamy, enchanted world of ice creams. Once upon a time, there was a magical frost, fairy's realm, Ethelgard. It unfolds beneath a sky painted with everlasting twilight, where stars shimmer like scattered diamonds. Enchanted lights dances with beautiful glow, casting spectral hues across the horizon. Frostlight fairies emerge, their wings catching the starlight as they begin their nightly ballet. Each tiny butterflies flutter paints, trails of light, weaving magic into the twilight. The realm breathes in harmony as the fairies dance under the watchful gaze of the twilight sky. The crystal falls on Creamery, shines with the laser light dance, an enchanting haven. Tiny fairies flutter and weave through the air, their laughter echoing like chimes in the night. Elara, with wings of iridescent blue, is a vision of ethereal grace. At a gleaming counter, Elara's movements are as precise as a whisper, as delicate as a dream. She carefully prepares moon mallow ice cream, a confection as magical as the lights above. The air hums with the promise of sweet enchantment, a symphony of flavors waiting to be unveiled. Moon mallow ice cream begins its magical transformation, a canvas of swirling colors promising enchantment. Moonflower dew imbues the mixture with ethereal light, capturing the essence of a moonlit night. Dream blossom nectar infuses the blend, a whisper of sweet dreams in every ripple. Frost-kissed cloud fragments dance within, promising a taste of the heavens. In the crystal cascade creamery, tiny fairies flutter with delight, their laughter echoing softly. Each ice cream flavor unlocks a flow of emotions, from hopeful wishes to sparkling joy. Fantastical dreams swirl into reality, painting the air with vibrant colors. The creamery transforms into a magical haven where every taste is a journey. One day, a mischievous shadow sprite named Glimmer, known for his pranks, decided to hide the Sunstone Churner, the ancient artifact crucial for making moon mallow ice cream. In the stillness of Aethelgard at night, Glimmer lurks in the shade. The night whispers secrets only she can hear, fueling her silent yearning. Under the stark, fluorescent lights, the crystal cascade creamery sleeps, silent and deserted. A shadow breaches the quiet. Glimmer, cloaked in darkness, infiltrates the back door. Her gaze, sharp and intent, locks onto the legendary Sunstone Churner. A silent promise hangs in the air as she fully enters the creamery, drawn toward its gleaming allure. The crystal cascade creamery slumbers in shadow, its vats glowing with an otherworldly light. With swift, silent purpose, she snatches the Sunstone Churner. The golden surface of the churner catches the faint light, revealing its ancient power. A trail of sparkling dust marks Glimmer's swift departure. Glimmer vanishes into the inky blackness, leaving the creamery in silence. The crystal cascade creamery is cloaked in an unusual stillness, the air heavy with unspoken concern. Fairies flutter about with hushed wings, their usual joyful songs silenced by an unknown dread. The pedestal where the Sunstone Churner once stood remains empty, its absence draining the joy from the room. Aethelgard, usually radiant and full of life, appears ashen, its light dimmed by sadness. The fairy songs are reduced to mere whispers, their delicate voices barely audible in the oppressive silence. Their wings droop with a heavy sadness, each movement a reflection of the despair that passes through the creamery. In the crystal cascade creamery, Alara's resolve hardens, her eyes reflecting a steely determination. Alara's voice echoes, filling the creamery with a promise.
I will find the churner.
The silence of the creamery holds the weight of her vow. Sunlight filters through the canopy as Alara walks into whispering willow woods, where ancient trees stand as silent guardians of forgotten myths. A faint trail of sparkling dust guides her deeper into the woods, promising wonder and danger in equal measure. The ancient trees whisper secrets, their voices carried on the breeze as Alara moves forward, each step echoing with the weight of untold stories. Deeper into the woods, the air thickens with magic as Alara pushes aside a curtain of leaves, her eyes widening with anticipation. In the glimmering grotto, Alara walks forward, guided by the ethereal glow of phosphorescent mushrooms. The soft light pulses, casting an otherworldly radiance on her path. Alara pauses, the grotto's serene glow enveloping her in a tranquil embrace. Alara approaches the entrance of the Lost Star Caves, unaware of the mysteries that lie within. The air grows cold, a chilling omen as Alara steps closer. The wind stills, as if the very world holds its breath, awaiting her entry. A stillness descends, heavy with unspoken secrets. The entrance looms, a gateway to an unknown realm. Alara steps into the Lost Star Caves, her wings illuminating the darkness. Her wings cast a faint glow, revealing the damp cave walls. The glow dances across the rough stone, bringing the cavern to life. In the distance, a sound echoes giggling. The giggling echoes bouncing off the cavernous walls. Her eyes widen as she searches for the source of the mysterious laughter. Deep within the Lost Star Caves, Alara treads carefully, her footsteps disturbing the silence. A breathtaking sight unfolds. Glimmer, nestled amongst a glittering mountain of stolen starlight, beside her, the sunstone churner pulses with a gentle, ethereal glow, casting the cave in a celestial light. Alara pauses, her breath catching in her throat as she takes in the scene. The stolen starlight shimmers, reflecting in Glimmer's eyes as she remains huddled. The soft, ethereal light from the churner bathes the cavern in an otherworldly radiance. The vastness of the caves mirrors the weight of the unspoken. In the echoing expanse of the Lost Star Caves, Alara's hand extends, a sign of hope. She presents a scoop of dream dust delight, untouched and shimmering with promise. The offering hangs suspended between them, a silent invitation to trust and renewal. The soft glow of the cave illuminates the delicate grains, each a tiny spark of possibility. The air hums with unspoken words as Glimmer considers the gesture, hope battling with caution. Glimmer's face fills the frame, a storm of hesitation brewing beneath her playful exterior. A moment of decision, Glimmer slowly savors the ice cream, her mischief momentarily paused. As the sweetness washes over her, Glimmer's mischievous grin melts away, replaced by a look of pure, childlike wonder. The Glimmer's transformed expression, a silent sign to the simple joys that can still surprise. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, sunlight barely pierces through the ceiling, revealing the figures of Alara and Glimmer. Glimmer shuffles nervously, her discomfort palpable as she avoids Alara's intense gaze. Alara's voice echoes in the cave space, sharp with accusation.
Why did you hide the churner, Glimmer?
Glimmer stammers, her voice barely a whisper as she confesses.
I wanted to have something special all to myself.
Her words hang in the air, the weight of her confession adding to the cave's solemn atmosphere. Sunlight pierces through the cave's hidden cracks, casting an ethereal glow upon Elara. In this radiant light, Elara's words carry the warmth of shared joy. Elara shares,
The true magic of Moon Mallow is in sharing it.
her voice echoes with heartfelt generosity, emphasizing,
And that joy doubles when everyone can enjoy it together.
the cave seems to listen, holding its breath as Elara's message of unity fills the air. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, Glimmer's face hardens with realization. Her eyes widen, a mix of regret and resolve now etched on her face. A newfound understanding dawns, casting shadows of remorse across Glimmer's face. The caves echo with the silence of her sudden, profound introspection. Glimmer steadies herself, the caves reflecting her internal shift. In the heart of the Lost Star Caves, Glimmer's gesture restores hope as she returns the Sunstone Churner to Elara. The ancient artifact, a sign of forgotten power, emits a soft, ethereal glow, promising salvation. Elara looks up, her face lit by the Sunstone Churner. The faint light dances across the cave walls, revealing the ancient carvings. Elara takes the Sunstone Churner, determination etched on her face. Elara triumphantly returns to Aethelgard, the Sunstone Churner clutched firmly in her grasp. A wave of cheers rises as Elara nears the creamery, marking a moment of hard-won victory. Fairies flutter around Elara, their wings shimmering with pure joy and relief. The air vibrates with the collective elation of Aethelgard, celebrating a return to hope. Aethelgard welcomes its hero with open arms, a sign of light against the evening sky. The Crystal Cascade Creamery glows back again, a haven of light and laughter where fairies dance amidst the sweet aroma of Moon Mallow ice cream. Glimmer pauses at the entrance, her smile hesitant as she watches the joyful fairies.
Glimmer is invited to join them.
She takes a tentative step forward, drawn by the enchanting scene before her. The fairies beckon, their wings shimmering as they welcome her into their magical circle. Glimmer finds herself in a confectionery dreamscape, surrounded by clouds of sugar and rivers of chocolate. She is the creamery's official taste tester, a role she embraces with uncontrolled enthusiasm. With focused concentration, Glimmer dips a silver spoon into a vat of swirling lavender ice cream. Her brow furrows as she savors the flavor, lost in a world of creamy sweetness. Around her, bakers and confectioners bustle, a symphony of mixing ice cream in a golden, shimmering ice cream churner. As twilight descends, Aethelgard glows softly under the fading light. Frostlight fairies flutter around, their wings catching the last rays of sun, shimmering with ethereal light. Glimmer stands among them, her lips curved into a serene smile that reflects the peace of Aethelgard. The fairies and Glimmer are together in shared love. Moon Mallow ice cream, a symbol of joy, community, and the sweetest dreams. And so, in the enchanted world of Aethelgard, the Frostlight fairies continue to celebrate their exquisite beauty and their shared love for moon mallow ice cream, a symbol of joy and sweetest dreams. In the village of Braeswood, whispers of Morvina, the witch of the Whispering Woods, spread fear among the villagers. Mothers clutched their children tightly, warning them of the dangers lurking within the woods. Elira, her eyes bright with curiosity, stands at the edge of the crowd, captivated by the tales of the witch. Fear and fascination intertwine in Elira's gaze as she listens to the hushed warnings. The edge of the Whispering Woods looms in the distance, a silent testament to the stories whispered among the villagers. At the edge of the Whispering Woods, Elira pauses, caught between the allure of sunlight and the forest's shadowed depths. Ancient trees stand as silent sentinels, their branches weaving a dense canopy that casts an ethereal glow upon the forest floor. The air hangs still, save for the rustling of unseen leaves and the faint whispers that dance upon the breeze, teasing the senses. Elira's brow furrows, her thoughts drifting into the unknown as she considers, is the witch truly wicked, or are the tales exaggerated? Doubt clouds her mind as she contemplates the witch's true nature, the whispers of the woods adding to the mystery. After a few days, her little brother fell ill. He lies in bed, his face pale and his breathing shallow. The village healer came, his head shaking with grim finality. Elira watches from the shadows, her heart pounding as her parents whisper in despair. Her mother's voice cracks with fear. What are we going to do? The healer says there's nothing more he can do. Her father responds with chilling resolve. There's only one thing left. The witch, at the threshold of the Whispering Woods. Elira, shrouded in darkness, stands poised to enter. The feeble glow of her lantern battles against the oppressive night, revealing only the grotesque forms of ancient trees, unseen moist heavy in the air, as whispers of forgotten spirits swirl through the undergrowth, lightening the unease. Her heart pounds fiercely in her chest, but Elira presses onward, her eyes fixed on a distant point within the woods. With unwavering resolve, Elira steps deeper into the heart of the Whispering Woods, embracing the unknown that awaits. Brambles guard the entrance, as if nature itself seeks to conceal the secret. With newfound courage, she reaches out and knocks on the emerald door. In the dim light of her hut, Morvina, a bent old woman, opens the door, her eyes glowing with an eerie light. Her voice, raspy and echoing, fills the small space as she questions, "Why have you come, child?" The question hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken secrets and the weight of ages. Her glowing eyes seem to pierce the darkness, searching for answers in the visitor's face. A palpable tension fills the hut, the silence amplifying Elira's unsettling presence. Inside her humble hut, the air thick with the scent of herbs and smoke, Elira kneels on the bare earth. Her red-rimmed eyes, swollen with tears, are fixed with desperate hope on Morvena. Her voice trembles as she pleads, "My brother is dying." She continues, her voice breaking with emotion. "They say you can cure anything." Tears stream down her face as she begs, "Please help me." Morvena's piercing gaze locks onto Elira, a silent invitation hanging in the air. With a subtle nod, Morvina gestures, beckoning Elira into the shadowy depths of her secluded hut. Morvena, the mysterious sorceress, stands amidst her dimly lit sanctuary, stirring a bubbling potion. The cauldron bubbles ominously, casting eerie shadows that dance across the walls of Morvena's hut. The fire crackles, illuminating strange herbs and curiosities lining the walls, each whispering tales of forgotten magic. Morvena turns,
her eyes piercing through the shadows, a hint of surprise and curiosity in her gaze. Her voice echoes through the hut, a mix of caution and intrigue. You are the first in many years to enter my home without fear. That is brave and foolish. Elira stands silently in the corner, consumed by anxiety. Morvina's face, a map of time, delicately handles a shimmering potion. The air hangs heavy, thick with herbs and an undeniable magic. Elira's voice trembles with desperation. Will he live? Morvina's eyes glint with ancient knowledge. This will cure him, but every magic has its price. Elira turns to Morvina, her eyes questioning. What is the price? Elira asks, her voice soft but firm. Morvina replies, her voice low. You must return one day and help someone else in need. Morvina's words echo in the small hut. Even if the whole world fears you. Elira, with gentle care, takes the potion from her. Elira, with gentle care, extends the potion towards her brother. The potion in his grasp, the liquid emits a soft, ethereal glow. He drinks the potion down, his expression hopeful. As the morning light streams through the window, laughter fills the air once more. He's playing again, his movements filled with renewed vigor and strength. Stronger than ever, his spirit soars, a testament to Elira's love and the potion's magic. The village of Braeswood is engulfed in a relentless winter storm, the landscape obscured by swirling snow and biting winds. A lone traveler emerges from the blizzard, his figure frail and movements faltering as he stumbles towards the village entrance. Weakened by sickness and exposure, the traveler collapses just outside the village, his body surrendering to the harsh elements. Villager 1 shouts in fear. Stay away! He's cursed! Villager 2 echoes the sentiment, filled with dread. We can't risk helping him. He'll bring misfortune to us all. The traveler lies motionless in the snow, abandoned and vulnerable, as the storm rages on, the villagers watching from a distance. Flickering candlelight illuminates Elira's humble home, casting dancing shadows across the room. Driven by a solemn promise, Elira welcomes the weary traveler into her home. With practiced grace, Elira gathers herbs from a woven basket near the fireplace. Her lips move silently as she prepares a steaming concoction, ancient words whispered from a secluded witch's hut. The herbs steep, releasing a fragrant steam that fills the small dwelling. The candlelight flickers, casting a warm glow on Elira's face as she completes her task. The traveler rests, bathed in the room's soft, gentle light, a silent sentinel of recovery. A gentle knock echoes, breaking the stillness of the night. A raven appears at the window, its one glowing eye piercing the darkness. Clutched in its beak, a small note carries secrets and untold stories. Elira's eyes dart across the message, a blend of disbelief and burgeoning relief etching her face. The narration whispers, "Your debt is paid. The witch's kindness lives on." The tale continues. The old witch is never seen again, but her laughter is sometimes heard in the trees. The wind rustles through the leaves, carrying echoes of laughter and enduring spirit.
Hi, viewers. They say deep in the birch forest, under the pale glow of the moon, a bride still wanders. Her gown is tattered, her veil drifts in the wind, and if you hear her whisper behind you, don't look back, because the pale bride is already waiting. Once upon a time, a vibrant village market bursts with activity, its colors muted by an underlying tension. Knowing glances pass between villagers, hushed whispers echoing through the crowded stalls. A palpable unease hangs heavy, the distant birch grove a looming presence. An elder woman warns, her voice laced with ancient fear.
Stay away from the birchwood after sunset. The pale bride roams there.
The villagers freeze, absorbing her chilling words, their faces etched with worry. The distant birch grove seems to darken, a silent promise of the night's terrors. Under the open sky, Elias journeys towards the distant hills, his cart heavy with dreams and wares. The road stretches endlessly. Yet Elias pushes on, driven by an unseen force. With weary eyes, Elias continues his journey. Birchwood awaits, a sign of hope at the journey's end. As the sun dips below the horizon, Elias arrives at the edge of the birchwood, an eerie silence settling among the trees. Long, eerie shadows stretch from the white trunks, painting the grove with an unsettling beauty. Ignoring the warnings whispered by villagers, Elias steels himself, preparing to face the night alone. With a deep breath, Elias sets up camp, the crackling fire a fragile defense against the encroaching darkness. As the flames dance higher, Elias sits, his gaze fixed on the surrounding woods, the night's secrets yet to be revealed. Under the cloak of night, a lone campfire flickers, casting dancing shadows on the spectral birch trees. Elias is sitting motionless, the crackling fire the only sound in the still, silent air. The birch trees loom like ghostly sentinels, their white bark glowing eerily in the firelight. The fire crackles louder, mirroring the subtle shift in Elias's shadowed face. The stillness of the night deepens, broken only by the fire's whispers and Elias's silent thoughts. In the heart of Birchwood, Elias strains against the encroaching darkness, his eyes struggling to penetrate the shadows. A haunting vision materializes amidst the silver birch. Lady Serenia, the pale bride, stands frozen in the moonlight. Her gown ripples like water, adorned with dead moths. She is a specter of beauty and death. Her face, ethereally beautiful, remains unsettlingly still, like a porcelain doll untouched by life. In Birchwood, the air is crisp, the ground dusted with snow, as twilight casts a soft glow on Serenia. Elias gazes at Serenia, captivated by her beauty and a strange sense of familiarity. Serenia breaks the silence, her voice gentle.
Will you walk me home?
Elias, lost in thought, simply nods, agreeing to her unspoken request. Beneath the watchful eyes of ancient trees, Elias and Serenia venture deeper into the heart of Birchwood. The path twists endlessly onward, promising secrets and shadows with each step. The silver trunks stretch into the darkness, their silent forms guiding Elias and Serenia further. Deeper and deeper they tread, the grove's embrace growing tighter with every stride. Elias, lost in the heart of birchwood, glances back, finding no familiar path. Only an endless sea of birch trees surrounds him, their white bark mocking his solitude. The air feels heavy, amplifying Elias's growing unease. A profound sense of isolation grips him as the unchanging woods close in. Elias turns, a hopeful expectation filled on his face. The space where Serenia stood moments before is now starkly empty. A wave of realization washes over Elias as he understands he is utterly alone. The birch trees, with their gleaming white bark, stand as silent witnesses to his solitude. The dappled sunlight filters through the leaves, casting shadows that deepen the sense of isolation. The trees offer no solace, only a cold, silent observation of Elias's despair. The serene birchwood stands undisturbed, a haven of peace. The tranquility shatters as the earth trembles violently beneath Elias's feet. A chilling realization dawns as Elias stares down, his fate sealed. His feet become rooted to the earth, binding him to the impending doom. He became unmovable. Elias's fingers contort into grotesque shapes, a shocking paleness overtaking his skin as his humanity fades. His hands morph into the coarse texture of tree limbs, as if nature itself is consuming him. The skin ruptures, and the transformation solidifies, as bark encases his body. A silent scream lodges in my throat, a futile attempt to halt the horrifying metamorphosis. Elias's transformation culminates in a haunting tableau. His human form, now a silent, frozen scream encased within the bark of a birch tree. He is now one with the birchwood, indistinguishable from the other trees. The forest whispers secrets of a transformation now complete, as Elias stands eternally trapped. His silent scream echoes through the woods, a permanent mark of his fate. The trees stand as silent witnesses to Elias's eternal imprisonment. Elias's final form stands rigid, a haunting reminder of the change that has befallen him. At the edge of the village, two travelers halt, their expressions fraught with unspoken anxiety as they survey the ominous birchwood. The very air seems charged with fear as the leaves rustle with ghostly secrets, whispering tales of dread. Whispers of the pale bride echo in their minds, casting long shadows over their resolve. The travelers exchange a look, a silent pact sealed between them as they steel themselves to enter the haunted wood. The travelers venture into the grove, their steps measured and wary. A new tree looms into view, its bark unnaturally pale against the vibrant green. A faint, ghostly visage of a man's screaming face seems etched into the tree's surface. A silent scream frozen in time. The travelers halt, their eyes wide with a mix of fear and curiosity. The grove seems to hold its breath, the air thick with unspoken dread. Beneath the canopy of birchwood, travelers pause, their eyes drawn to something unsettling. One traveler points, a silent signal of dread, towards the base of a new tree. A single white moth, still and vulnerable, sleeps in the shade. The travelers stare. The fragile beauty of the moth, a stark contrast to the fear it inspires. A wave of unease washes over them, an unspoken recognition of impending doom. A shiver runs down their spines, a physical manifestation of their growing dread. The birchwood grove stands in silent vigil as the setting sun casts long shadows across the land. Each tree echoes with the sorrow of the pale bride, a haunting reminder of a love tragically lost. The wind becomes a mournful sigh, carrying whispers of a woman's ethereal voice through the grove. A chorus of whispers rises, seemingly from the trees themselves, weaving a tale of love and despair. The air grows heavy with the weight of the curse, the grove a haunting place for lost souls. In the heart of Birchwood, a spectral figure lurks beneath the bark of the trees. A face emerges from the depths of the wood, its silent scream echoing through the ages. The faint shadow of torment is frozen in time, a haunting reminder of a forgotten horror. The tree stands as a silent sentinel, forever guarding the secrets of Birchwood's dark past. The night air is heavy with the weight of unspoken stories, a chilling sign of the power of nature's silent witnesses. In the tranquil heart of Birchwood, a lone villager approaches, their face a canvas of reverence and trepidation. With delicate hands, they lay wild flowers at the ancient tree's base, a silent offering to the spirits of the woods. Sunlight dances through the leaves, casting an ethereal mosaic of light and shadow upon the sacred ground. In the hushed stillness, the villager stands, their gaze fixed on the towering birch, a silent communion with nature's majesty. The wild flowers rest at the base, a colorful tribute in the dappled sunlight, completing the serene tableau. Beneath the silent birchwood, a spectral figure emerges, her presence a chilling echo in the night. Her veil dances despite the still air, a haunting sign that lures the unwary deeper into the woods. The smile she wears is monstrous, a horrific twist that belies the sorrowful eyes beneath. Her face, a mask of decay, smiles, a mocking reminder of beauty lost and terror found. In the heart of Birchwood, serenity gives way to a chilling echo as Serenia's voice pierces the silent grove. Her words hang in the air, each syllable a haunting whisper amidst the towering trees. The birch trees stand as silent witnesses, their white bark stark against the darkening woods. Serenia's voice echoes.
Will you walk me home?
The question lingers, unanswered, in the stillness of the birchwood. In Birchwood, the first light of dawn filters through the dense canopy, turning the forest floor into a canvas of long, distorted shadows. The grove awakens, but its ancient mysteries remain concealed beneath the pale, silent bark of the birch trees. The shadows shift and dance, playing across the landscape, each form a whisper of the stories the trees refuse to tell. Birchwood holds its secrets close, its silence a promise of mysteries yet to be uncovered, its depths a realm of hidden wonders. In the heart of the village, a circle of children gathers, their eyes wide with a mixture of fear and fascination. An elder woman, her face a roadmap of time, sits serenely among them, her voice a vessel of ancient tales. Her voice, aged yet resonant, carries the weight of generations as she prepares to spin a yarn of long ago. The air crackles with anticipation as the elder woman begins her tale, her words painting vivid images in the minds of her young listeners.
Long ago, in this very village,
She intones, her voice weaving a spell of mystery and intrigue.
there lived a woman known only as the Pale Bride.
Night descends upon Birchwood, cloaking the haunted grove in shadows. From the depths of the haunted grove, a lone wolf raises its head, its mournful howl piercing the stillness. The chilling cry echoes through the desolate landscape, a haunting lament carried on the wind. The sound echoes through the ancient trees, stirring an unsettling atmosphere. Silence returns, heavy and filled with unspoken dread, enveloping Birchwood once more. Moonlight filters through the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows that dance like spirits among the ancient trees. The pale bride's presence lingers, an unseen force that permeates every shadow and echoes in every gust of wind. Birchwood at night becomes a stage for an eternal drama, where the line between the living and the spectral blurs with every passing moment.